Can happen every day. Can happen every day. Please inform me. Please inform me. You can talk weekly. You can talk weekly. Wound. Wound. She was cooking dinner while she showered. She was cooking dinner while she showered. Would post weekly. Would post weekly. He works in an office from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. He works in an office from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. They clean their rooms every week. They clean their rooms every week. I don't want to lose my meanness. I don't want to lose my meanness. Your sister was a garbage man. Your sister was a garbage man. I give up. I give up. This book is more interesting than that. This book is more interesting than that. Normally a lumberjack. Normally a lumberjack. They will not encourage. They will not encourage. I've already booked a hotel room. I've already booked a hotel room. Can I address? Can I address? We won't be babysitters every week. We won't be babysitters every week. You should consider all options before making a decision. You should consider all options before making a decision. I see trouble ahead. I see trouble ahead. A driver was sleeping in the car. A driver was sleeping in the car. Will you pick me up from the airport? Will you pick me up from the airport? I am creative. I am creative. What is your favorite type of exercise? What is your favorite type of exercise? Cats are faster than turtles. Cats are faster than turtles. The race was pretty close. The race was pretty close. Would it include? Would it include? They always go for a walk after dinner. They always go for a walk after dinner. The boy, lost in the crowd, began to cry. The boy, lost in the crowd, began to cry. I'm having trouble with this task. Any tips? I'm having trouble with this task. Any tips? You prefer the blue one. You prefer the blue one. I'm going on vacation to America next month. I'm going on vacation to America next month. I'm 34 years old. I'm 34 years old. Her brother-in-law is a lawyer. Her brother-in-law is a lawyer. I plan to study tonight. I plan to study tonight. Then I couldn't work. Then I couldn't work. The river was so rough that the boat capsized. The river was so rough that the boat capsized. When I visit my family, we all have dinner together. When I visit my family, we all have dinner together. Century. Century. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? If it rains, we will stay at home. If it rains, we will stay at home. Our grandchildren are chemists. Our grandchildren are chemists. We forget at noon. We forget at noon. His car is parked outside. His car is parked outside. They should not be suspicious. They should not be suspicious. The cat slept all day. The cat slept all day. He taught at the university. He taught at the university. Far from the shore, we could see the island from afar. Far from the shore, we could see the island from afar. If the weather doesn't freeze, I'll go out. If the weather doesn't freeze, I'll go out. Your cousin's postman. Your cousin's postman. Is your grandfather a bartender? Is your grandfather a bartender? They built a sand castle on the beach. They built a sand castle on the beach. That's all the story. That's all the story. If you come to my house, we'll cook the dinner. If you come to my house, we'll cook the dinner. Do you have gluten-free products? Do you have gluten-free products? I've never experienced such a situation before. I've never experienced such a situation before. You will need to study for the exam. You will need to study for the exam. When the game is over, I will be cheering for 2 hours. When the game is over, I will be cheering for 2 hours. Is aware of this. Is aware of this. We will not defend on a daily basis. We will not defend on a daily basis. He realizes his mistake. He realizes his mistake. They should not be chauffeurs for 2 weeks. They should not be chauffeurs for 2 weeks. It could be a great opportunity for you. It could be a great opportunity for you. They said we won the match yesterday. They said we won the match yesterday. The equipment was huge and it was difficult to escape. The equipment was huge and it was difficult to escape. He needs to find a new flat for rent. He needs to find a new flat for rent. You can start driving when the traffic light turns green. You can start driving when the traffic light turns green. If the weather is too hot, we go to the pool. If the weather is too hot, we go to the pool. They are listening to the radio in the car. They are listening to the radio in the car. It is his responsibility to finish the project. It is his responsibility to finish the project. His family was the dean. His family was the dean. Does this creature actually exist? Does this creature actually exist? I wish I could turn back time and change my mind. I wish I could turn back time and change my mind. Why don't we watch a football match on TV? Why don't we watch a football match on TV? The course was taught by a qualified teacher. The course was taught by a qualified teacher. Wouldn't it be every week except? Wouldn't it be every week except? I have too many items in my backpack. I have too many items in my backpack. Can't drive at dawn? Can't drive at dawn? Shouldn't he be a senator in 3 years? Shouldn't he be a senator in 3 years? One of the teams. Is my grandson a translator? Is my grandson a translator? Did you hear this song? It has a very beautiful melody. Did you hear this song? It has a very beautiful melody. Could they be designers last year? Could they be designers last year? Can easily solve math problem. Can easily solve math problem. When we got to the station, the train had left. When we got to the station, the train had left. Wasn't he the art director 4 nights ago? Wasn't he the art director 4 nights ago? He has a passion for traveling and exploring new cultures. He has a passion for traveling and exploring new cultures. Shouldn't he go to war? Shouldn't he go to war? Can't I be a playwright for 1 afternoon? Can't I be a playwright for 1 afternoon? I nanny next year. I nanny next year. Your sister was a garbage man. Your sister was a garbage man. Was her brother a florist? Was her brother a florist? He goes shopping on Saturdays. He goes shopping on Saturdays. I may not have accepted before. I may not have accepted before. He was your nephew's night watchman. He was your nephew's night watchman. Do you have any sales or discounts today? Do you have any sales or discounts today? Children should not play with matches. Children should not play with matches. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. I wish I could take a moment right now. I wish I could take a moment right now. Crab salad. Crab salad. The agreement was signed by both parties. The agreement was signed by both parties. He's not coming to the party, is he? He's not coming to the party, is he? What do you think? What do you think? Should you borrow a journal? Should you borrow a journal? What are you selling today? What are you selling today? Can you midwife later on the fourth evening? Can you midwife later on the fourth evening? Since when do you like basketball? Since when do you like basketball? I want you to go home. I want you to go home. Can it burn? Can it burn? Can't you make that much noise? I'm trying to concentrate. Can't you make that much noise? I'm trying to concentrate. Can you appear? Can you appear? Grandchildren combine. Grandchildren combine. They play video games on the weekends. They play video games on the weekends. They studied for the exam until midnight. They studied for the exam until midnight. You're not going to do research every day. You're not going to do research every day. Will he fail then? Will he fail then? We won the game because we played well. We won the game because we played well. Before we start the presentation, let's do a short rehearsal. Before we start the presentation, let's do a short rehearsal. I don't know where you will be. I don't know where you will be. I could smell the flowers in the garden. I could smell the flowers in the garden. What is he looking at? What is he looking at? He likes to play video games. He likes to play video games. I was waiting for the concert tickets to go on sale and I managed to get a seat in the front row. I was waiting for the concert tickets to go on sale and I managed to get a seat in the front row. He is an expert in his field of business. He is an expert in his field of business. Descendants are workers. Descendants are workers. Looking forward to a relaxing weekend. Looking forward to a relaxing weekend. How old is your grandfather? How old is your grandfather? Can they care monthly? Can they care monthly? Do you usually? Do you usually? Can it sit for 10 years? Can it sit for 10 years? The report also advises educators and other adults working with children and adolescents to be aware of the potential impact of social media on young people and to provide support as needed. The report also advises educators and other adults working with children and adolescents to be aware of the potential impact of social media on young people and to provide support as needed. I will have this. I will have this. Do you like to do any sports? Do you like to do any sports? Should you borrow a journal? Should you borrow a journal? Wouldn't he be a senator after a weekend? Wouldn't he be a senator after a weekend? Is your aunt a vocalist? Is your aunt a vocalist? The sky was clear and blue on a beautiful summer day. The sky was clear and blue on a beautiful summer day. Which festivals are you planning to attend this summer? Which festivals are you planning to attend this summer? You have stated that you are interested in learning more about horticulture. You have stated that you are interested in learning more about horticulture. Should I enter later? Should I enter later? I didn't burn at noon. I didn't burn at noon. Can't they kill at sunrise? Can't they kill at sunrise? 2 seconds later? 2 seconds later? Should it be removed before? Should it be removed before? Aren't they a weekly barber? Aren't they a weekly barber? Tree branch. Tree branch. Do they have to be professors sometimes? Do they have to be professors sometimes? I saw a creature in the city. I saw a creature in the city. If we set off now, we can make it to the concert in time. If we set off now, we can make it to the concert in time. I finished reading the book yesterday. I finished reading the book yesterday. The competition gets tougher with each round. The competition gets tougher with each round.